We'd like to recognize the presence of the Executive Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for being here. Also here in our midst are members of the National Assembly, particularly the Chairman, Senate Committee on Education, Senator Lawal Adamu Usman. Please, a round of applause for him. We would warmly like to recognize the Chairman, House Committee on Basic Education, Honorable Mark Bako Hussaini. Please, a warm round of applause for him. We warmly recognize the wife of the Chief of Staff to the President, Mrs. Salamatu Bajabiamila. You're highly welcome. Also here in our midst, of course, the drivers of today's initiative, the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alausa. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you for being here, sir. And also just beside him, the Honorable Minister of State for Education, the ever-vibrant Professor Suwaiba Said Ahmed. And we also have the Minister of State Agriculture, Dr. Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi. Thank you for being here, sir. We warmly recognize wives of honorable ministers who are present here. Thank you for being here. Please, a round of applause for them. We recognize wives of service chiefs who are present here. Thank you for being here. A round of applause for them, please. And then we'd like to recognize the chairman of Board of Members for Universal Basic Education, Senator Umaru Tanko Al-Mukura. Please, a round of applause for him. And teachers who are present here, your President of the Nigerian Union of Teachers, Comrade Audu Titus Amba, and all the executive members. Please, a round of applause for all the executive members of the Union. Your Excellency, with your kind permission, would like to go through all the dignitaries who are seated here. Would like to recognize the presence of the Secretary General, Nigerian Union of Teachers, Dr. Clinton Ikpitibo. Please, a round of applause for him. We have Professor Steve Wonkocha, the Executive Director, AFTRA Panel Sub-Theme Presenter. And we also have Emeritus Professor Pai Obayan. He's going to be the lead paper presenter. We would like to recognize the Director General and Chief Executive, NITDA, Engineer Kashifu Inua Abdullahi. Thank you for being here. Please, a round of applause for him. We would like to recognize Mr. John Paul Ngome Abiaga, the head representing UNESCO Nigeria here, part of this great initiative. Thank you for being here. Vanessa Lee, Chief of Education, UNICEF Nigeria. Please, a round of applause for her. Thank you for being here. Donna McGowan, Head British Council. Thank you for being here. We'd like to recognize Dr. Abdulateef Shitu, the Director General, Nigeria Governors Forum. I hope he's here with us. Okay, as they come in, please, we could just recognize them, so we just skip that for now. But please, let's put our hands together for all the teachers who are present here. Today is your day. Today is your day. And let me use this opportunity to say thank you for the sacrifice to service to humanity. Thank you. Please, another round of applause for yourselves. It is the Teachers National Summit 2026 with the theme Empowering Teachers, Strengthening the System, a national agenda for education, transformation, and sustainability. Today, I want to believe during the technical session, there will be a lot of questions on how to build transformational change, especially changing the system for teachers to ensure that their welfare comes first and your reward, teachers, is no longer in heaven. Right? It is here. It is here. And we recognize your hard work, your dedication. Well done for what you do. And of course, our mother of the nation, who is also a teacher, I mentioned earlier. Please, let's put our hands together for Her Excellency, the First Lady of Nigeria. All right. Professor Suwaiba Said.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Let me start by recognizing the mother of the nation, the mother of teachers, Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, OON, CON, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, Mommy, for all the support you give to the education sector. I would like to equally recognize Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, the Executive Governor of Borno State, and also the Minister of Education, the father of the ministry, Dr. Tunji Alausa, CON. I would like to also recognize the Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, the Chairman, House Committee on Basic Education, Honorable Mark Bako Hussaini, the Chairman, UBEC, Senator Umara Tanku Ali Makura, and of course the DG NIDA, a brother, Engineer Kashifu Inua Abdul Qadir, other head of agencies and parastatals, the ESUBEC, ESCRCN, DG NTI, and other head of parastatals and agencies here present, wives of ministers and wives of chief of service, we thank you for being here today with us. I would like to recognize NUT President, Comrade Ado Titus Amba, and of course our lead paper presenter, Emeritus Pai Obanya, for being here present. I would like to equally recognize our development partners, European Union, UNESCO, UNICEF, British Council, FCDO, and of course the DG Nigerian Governors Forum, Dr. Abdul Latif Shitu. I would like to equally recognize all the honorable commissioners of education, SUBEB chairmans, directors in the ministry, and of course, teachers. We thank you for being here, and we are here for you. Gentlemen of the press, good morning all. It is with great pleasure and a deep sense of national purpose that I welcome you all to Nigeria's Teachers Summit 2026, the first of its kind. Today we gather to honor the teachers of Nigeria, the pillars of our classroom, the quiet heroes and the dream builders, often without applause, yet with unwavering commitment. And of course, today we are also launching the Edu Revamp online teacher professional development portal, which is also for the teachers. We are indeed honored today to have in our midst the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a passionate teacher and a steadfast advocate for education. Her presence here goes beyond protocol. It is a powerful reminder that the work done in our classroom echoes at the very highest levels of leadership, and that the cause of education and of teachers has strong, compassionate champions. Under the leadership of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, education remains a central pillar of the renewed hope agenda. This administration understands that national transformation begins with our teachers. Within the Federal Ministry of Education and under the purposeful leadership of Dr. Maruf Tunji Alausa, we are committed to ensuring that every teacher in Nigeria feels valued, supported, and equipped to succeed. The theme of this summit, Empowering Teachers, Strengthening the System, is a heartfelt tribute to all teachers, celebrating your voices, dedication, courage, creativity, and even in the face of challenges. Today also recognizes those who mentor, give from their own pocket, and refuse to abandon teaching as a profession. You teach not because it is easy, but because it matters. Today, let it be said clearly and without hesitation. Your work matters. Your sacrifices are seen, and your impact is immeasurable. As we begin our deliberation, I urge all participants to engage openly and commit to actions that will make a real difference in classroom. Let our discussion lead to decisions, and let our decision lead to change. And to our teachers, we know that we are not yet doing enough, but we also want you to know that we are doing a lot. And we are doing it with you in mind. Every reform is driven by a desire to make your work easier, your profession prouder, and your impact greater. On behalf of the Federal Ministry of Education, I warmly welcome each and every one of you to this summit. As a teacher and a daughter to a teacher, I am proud to stand among professionals whose daily work carries the soul and future of this nation. May this summit renew your strength, and may history remember that when Nigeria chose hope, it listened to its teachers. Thank you. God bless our teachers, our children, and the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Please let's appreciate the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Professor Suwaiba Ahmed. Now you understand why I call her the ever-vibrant. I would like to please recognize Your Excellencies, with your kind permission, the representative of the Executive Governor of Jigawa State, Malam Umar Namadi Damodi, is here represented by Honorable Commissioner of Higher Education, Professor Isa Yusuf Chamo. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you for being here. And we'd also like to recognize the Chairman, Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, the board, the Chairman of the board, Barrister Dr. Mustafa Salihu. Please, a round of applause for him. And of course, the woman who is driving, that cohesion among teachers, Mrs. Ronke Shoyombo, the Registrar, TRCN. Thank you for being here. We'd also like to recognize the Executive Secretary, National Senior Secondary Education Commission, Dr. Iela Ajayi. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you for being here. Your Excellencies, whatever a teacher impacts upon a child, leave a lasting memory. If you're a good teacher or you're a bad teacher, it shapes the child's future. At this point, let's hear from a pupil. She's a JSS pupil of JSS Era 1 school here in Abuja. So please, let's welcome Ms. Suwaiba, another young professor coming up. My namesake to our professor, the Minister of State of Education. I think this was arranged. Ms. Suwaiba Aliyu Bello. Please, let's welcome this young lady. So she'll come and tell us how she appreciates her teachers. Please put your hands together for her. Appreciate her. It's not easy to be here.
Dear parents, our great teachers, and my fellow students, good morning. My name is Suwaiba Bello Aliyu, a student of Junior Secondary School Area 1, Abuja. With profound joy, I would like to welcome the mother of our nation, my grandmother, Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I would also like to extend the Nigerian children's appreciation to the great drivers of the education sector, the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Tunji Alausa, who is one of the most distinguished professionals raised by teachers, and to his able fellow driver, a distinguished, passionate professor of education, the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Professor Suwaiba Said Ahmed. It is a great honor to speak today on the theme, Teachers as Drivers of Hope and Change. I am proud to say that my life has been shaped by teachers. My everyday endeavor, either in being an obedient daughter or a literate person who can read and make sense of the world. It is all thanks to the patience, sacrifice, and dedication of my teachers. I learned from the support, mentoring, and guidance of my teachers that teaching is not just a job, it is a calling. Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Education truly changes lives. It gives children like me confidence, hope, and the belief that we can become anything, no matter where we come from. But education does not happen on its own. Education happens because of teachers. Let me share a short story. In primary school, I was very shy and afraid to speak in class. One day, my teacher asked me to read aloud. I was scared, but she smiled and said, "Take your time, Suwaiba, you can do it." Her encouragement gave me confidence, and little by little, I found my voice. The privilege to stand and speak here today is thanks to that teacher. Everything I'm becoming, my confidence, my thinking, my dreams, has been guided by the hands and hearts of teachers who believed in me. Teachers are the foundation of every profession. Before they can be doctors, engineers, leaders like the Honorable Ministers of Education, and of course, our mother, the First Lady of Nigeria. There must be teachers. In our classrooms, teachers teach us not only subjects, but also discipline, respect, and responsibility, even when resources are limited. That is why teachers deserve motivation. They deserve respect, support, quality training, and fair working conditions. When teachers are motivated, students are inspired. When teachers are supported, schools grow stronger. And when schools are strong, Nigeria becomes stronger. On behalf of all students across our lovely country, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I say thank you to all our parents, teachers, and education leaders for believing in us. Let us continue to honor and empower our teachers, for they hold the key to Nigeria's future. Once again, my name is Suwaiba Bello Aliyu, a proud Nigerian child and a proud product of a teacher. Thank you.
Suwaiba, please, you need a handshake, a hug, whichever. Just walk this way. Very vibrant young people there. Now you understand why I said that's a young professor in the making, taking after the step of our professor. An unforgettable moment for Suwaiba right now. Please, let's put our hands together. Beautiful moment there. It just made me remember my primary 3 teacher. She used to flog me very well. I'm no longer stubborn, no, but she used to flog me very well. And she taught me how to pronounce my name at primary 3, Ruth. So I will never forget her. And please, a round of applause to all the teachers here. Well done for the good job you're doing. So it's good to hear from a teacher who is also representing all the teachers across the country. And this one is very special, actually. He's a teacher from Limawa School for Visually Impaired, Dutse, Jigawa State. Please, let's welcome Mr. Dahiru Ibrahim Bama. A round of applause for him. And while he makes his way here, we'll quickly recognize the Executive Governor of Kebbi State, Dr. Nasir Idris, who is here represented by Senator Umar Tafida, the Deputy Governor, Kebbi State. You're highly welcome, Your Excellency. Let's welcome this special teacher. It's not easy to be a special need teacher. And then you also Please, a round of applause for Dahiru.
All right. Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Honorable Ministers of Education, distinguished education managers at the federal and state levels, leaders of the National Union of Teachers, esteemed development partners, and education stakeholders, my dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I am Dari Ibrahim Barma, a Nigerian teacher who has dedicated 5 years to natural learning and shaping futures. I'm deeply honored and humbled to stand before you today at this historic National Teachers Summit, a gathering that truly affirms the value of the Nigerian teacher. First, I wish to express our profound appreciation to Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for lending her unwavering commitment to education and for lending her powerful voice and leadership to the cause of teachers. Your presence here sends a strong national message that teachers matter and that education remains the heartbeat of sustainable national development. I also sincerely commend the Federal Ministry of Education and agencies, particularly the two outstanding ministers among ministers, Dr. Maruf Alausa and Professor Suwaiba Ahmed, for their policy focus of universalizing education. Distinguished guests, teachers deserve motivation and empowerment. Every meaningful transformation in society begins in a classroom. Teachers do not only teach literacy and numeracy, as Mr. Oba just said. We shape values, build resilience, nurture hope, and unlock potential. Where there is a committed teacher, there is possibility even in the most difficult circumstances. While I can share my compelling instances of positive changes through my going extra mile with my students at Limawa School for the Visually Impaired, because of trainings I received from FCDO Plain, UNICEF, and Jigawa State Government, among others. The story of Sarah Yusuf, an English and literature teacher at Wisdom International School of Excellence, Abuja, who was recently crowned the 2025 Multina Teacher of the Year, is an inspiring one. Teaching in a low-income catchment area, Sarah blends rigorous literacy instructions with community outreach, mobilizing mentorship for girls, supporting families who cannot afford learning materials, and turning underused devices into learning tools. Her story reflects the transformational impact one Nigerian teacher can have when professionalism, innovation, and compassion meet. Her work exemplifies what happens when standards are upheld and teachers are empowered, learners thrive, schools improve, and communities believe again. The recognition to her that comes with 10 million naira in personal support, an international capacity building program, and 30 million naira of school infrastructure is a good example of motivation and empowerment for a dedicated teacher. Sarah is here today. Please stand up for recognition. Teachers like Ms. Yusuf abound in Nigerian communities, from the rolling savannas of the north to the lush forest of the south, from the banks of the mighty Niger and the Benue River to the coastal plains of the Atlantic. Today's awards are therefore timely and strategic, as it extends the effort of recognizing and motivating such teachers. Honoring teachers today within the presidential villa of Nigeria will go a long way in boosting teachers' morale, improving motivation, and restoring pride in the profession. Special thanks, therefore, to the President of our beloved nation, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, here present today, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON, for the unprecedented hosting of teachers today. When teachers are valued, learning outcomes improve. When teachers are supported, nations advance. As we celebrate excellence for teachers today, let us also remember teachers with special needs, teachers like me living with vision impairment, teachers with hearing loss who rely on sign language, teachers with mobility challenges who navigate classrooms with assistive devices, and teachers managing chronic health conditions that require flexibility and support. We deserve unconditional implementation of inclusive policies, assistive technologies, and tailored professional development to enable us to deliver quality education without barriers. Inclusion must begin with those who teach. Inclusion must not be an afterthought. It must be mainstreamed into teachers. It must be mainstreamed into teachers' recruitment, teaching deployment, and the promotion system. As I am from Jigawa State, I commend Governor Malam Umar Namadi for his unwavering support to teachers with special needs and to the education of persons with disabilities in Jigawa State. Finally, I respectfully appeal that this noble initiative becomes an annual event, institutionalized and recognized, so that excellence in teaching continues to be recognized, rewarded, and celebrated across Nigeria. On behalf of teachers across the nation, I say thank you for believing in us. We remain committed to shaping minds, transforming lives, and building the Nigeria of our dreams. God bless our teachers, God bless Nigerian education, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much. I'm Ali Ibrahim Barma.
I think Mr. Dahiro deserves another round of applause. Thank you, Mr. Dahiro. Thank you for the sacrifice you're making for those students. Thank you. All right, we would like to recognize Your Excellencies, with your permission, the Dean of SUBEB Chairmen and all SUBEB Chairmen across the country who are present here. You're highly welcome. And yes, this is a demonstration of the renewed hope agenda of promoting inclusivity. Thank you very much. Another round of applause for Mr. Dahiro. Thank you. All right, at this point, Your Excellency, we move to the goodwill messages, but I'd like to crave your indulgence. Please, it's 2 minutes allocated for this time. Please, let's conserve time. Thank you. I'd like to welcome the President, Nigerian Union of Teachers, Comrade Audu Titus Amba. Please, let's welcome Comrade. A round of applause for teachers, your comrade. You should appreciate him.
Teachers are great. If you can write your name, if you cannot, Good. The slogan is simple. Teachers are great, no controversy. If you can write your name, thank your teacher. If you cannot, look for a qualified teacher. Your Excellency, the mother of this nation, the First Lady, Senator Oloremi Tinubu, CON, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Borno State, Your Excellency, the Governor of Jigawa State, ably represented here, the Governor of Kebbi State, also ably represented here by the Deputy Governor of Kebbi State. Your Excellencies, it will interest you to know that His Excellency, the Governor of Kebbi State, was a teacher. He was my immediate predecessor in office. I took over from him. Today, we are proud to say that a teacher can aspire to be a governor in this country. The Honorable Minister of Education, the driver of education, modern education in Nigeria, the Minister of State for Education, the Minister of State for Agriculture, all head of parastatals and agencies under the Federal Ministry of Education, the Chairman House Committee, Senate House Committee on Education, and the Chairman House Committee on Basic Education, my sister, the Chief Executive and Registrar of Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria. So you're sitting down there. We are proud of you, ma. My Executive Secretary of UBEC, it interests us to know that I'm also a board member of UBEC. I want to acknowledge your presence here. Other ministers that are here, so numerous to mention, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, teachers in Nigeria, let me once again say good morning and we're welcome. I bring greetings from the female teachers of Nigeria, some of whom are seated here as participants in this all-important summit. We are pleased to identify with the Federal Ministry of Education and other critical stakeholders for initiating and organizing this National Teachers Summit. In the past, the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, TRCN, had spearheaded the convocation of the annual online National Conference of Teachers, which started in the year 2021. The annual conference promoted professional identity amongst teachers, registered teachers in Nigeria, and provided a veritable platform for them to share ideas and update their knowledge and skills needed to address contemporary and emerging developments in the teaching profession in Nigeria. Today's summit, organized by the Federal Ministry of Education under the theme, Empowering Teachers, Strengthening the System, a national agenda for education and sustainability, signifies additional commitment by the federal government to acknowledge and appreciate the important role of teachers as key pillars of our education system. It has been universally established that education transformation can only be achieved if teachers are professionalized, trained, motivated, and supported to drive the process and guide their learning to reach their objective and well-being. Let me sincerely thank our mother, the First Lady, Her Excellency Senator Oloremi Tinubu, for accepting to be part of this summit. It is not surprising to us, Mommy, because we know that you were once a teacher, and the saying is that a teacher is always a teacher. So we are proud to be here with our mother. Teachers of Nigeria, this is the first of its kind in the history of this our profession, that we will all be gathered in the heart of this country, in the presidential banquet hall, to discuss issues that had to do with us. Mommy, we thank you for that very opportunity given to us. I want to also thank the Honorable Minister and my sister, the Minister of State for Education, for giving us this very opportunity to be here. I believe without your own maybe encouragement and support, this wouldn't have happened. So we appreciate you for that. I am therefore pleased to convey the heartfelt felicitation of the teachers of Nigeria to Her Excellency, who is also a teacher, for the special award she will be giving later today for her support and dedication to the education sector. In the same vein, it is gratifying to note that this summit is also intended to recognize and reward some outstanding teachers with awards. This gesture, no doubt, will not only promote hard work and excellence amongst teachers, but will also help to restore the pride and dignity of the teaching profession. May I, on behalf of the national leadership of NUT, use this opportunity to commend the federal government for reinstating the funding of Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, TRC. I want to most sincerely commend the federal government for thinking inwardly to reinstate the funding of Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, because that is the nucleus of our professionalism. Thank you very much for that. We are indeed grateful to the Federal Minister of Education and other stakeholders who contributed to this positive and laudable development. It is our conviction that the sustenance of federal government budgetary allocation to TRCN will not only enhance the capacity of the regulatory body to deliver on her statutory mandate, but will also reinforce the renewed hope agenda of the administration of His Excellency our Father President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, in repositioning the teaching profession and transforming the education system for sustainable development of our nation. In conclusion, let me once again thank the Federal Minister of Education and other partners who contributed towards this summit as we join the federal government in her effort towards the realization of SDG 4. We must remind ourselves of the clarion call made by the World Summit on Teachers held in Santiago de Chile in 2025 on the international community to transform the teaching profession into a high-status, highly qualified, well-supported, adequately remunerated, and highly respected profession capable of guiding and promoting inclusive, effective, and relevant learning. It is our expectation that this National Summit and Award for deserving teachers will be sustained to our great teachers who have come from all states of the Federation. We say thank you for your commitment to the teaching profession and your service to humanity. I wish you all a successful and rewarding summit. Solidarity forever. This is the job I wanted to do. This is the job I wanted to do. This is the work I wanted to do. This is the work I wanted to do. Hey, I want to be a teacher. Hey, I want to be a teacher. Hey, I want to be a teacher. This is the job I wanted to do. Thank you very much, and God bless each and every one of you.
Okay, even though he exceeded his 2 minutes, let's appreciate him. A comrade will always be a comrade. All right, we would like to recognize some persons here with your kind permission, Your Excellencies. The Executive Secretary, UBEC, Hajia Aisha Garba, thank you for being here. And also His Excellency Senator Tanko Almukura, Chairman, UBEC Governing Board. Thank you for being here. A round of applause for them, please. All right, next on our lineup is the Nigeria Education Group, which is chaired by the Minister of Education, but the coordinator is, it's being coordinated by the UNESCO. So we'd like to welcome Mr. John Paul Ngome Abiaga, PhD, Head of Office and Country Rep, UNESCO. Please, a round of applause for him. So we understand you keep to time, right? Thank you.
First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON, Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Tunji Alausa, CON, Honorable Minister of State for Education, Professor Swaiba Said Ahmed, Ministers, Executive Governors, dear teachers, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure for UNESCO to be here and to deliver this goodwill message at the National Teachers Summit. This historic gathering sends a clear and timely message. Teachers are not at the margins of education reform, they are its beating heart. No education system can rise above the quality, motivation, and support it gives to its teachers. On behalf of the Nigeria Education Group, which I have the pleasure to co-chair with the Honorable Minister, I warmly welcome and commend the Federal Ministry of Education under the visionary leadership of Dr. Maruf Tunji Alausa and the Honorable Minister of State, Professor Swaiba Said Ahmed, for convening this summit at such pivotal moment in Nigeria's education reform journey. Distinguished guests, this summit comes just day after the global observance of the International Day of Education 2026, celebrated under the theme, The Power of Youth in Co-Creating Education. The connection between that global call and today's national dialogue is unmistakable. Empowered teachers are the enablers of empowered youth. When teachers are well-trained, valued, and supported, classrooms become spaces where young people think critically, innovate boldly, and actively shape their future and that of the nation. And that was ably reminded to us by Swaiba Bello Aliyu a few minutes ago. And in this light, the National Teachers Summit stands as Nigeria's strong national response to the 2026 International Day of Education, firmly anchoring youth agency in teacher empowerment. This summit also reflects the spirit of the Nigeria Education Sector Renewal Initiative, NESRI, a reform agenda rooted in equity, quality, accountability, and results. Nigeria now benefits from a strong coordination platform that aligns government leadership, development partners, civil society, and the private sector around a single plan and a shared results framework. As development partners, we have witnessed the encouraging progress in the education sector. Nigeria has made good use of opportunity under the Global Partnership for Education, for example. And distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we know that teachers are not just carrying out reforms, they are the foundation of those reforms. This summit rightly recognizes their role, celebrates their dedication, and opens space for dialogue that must now lead to real improvements in teacher welfare, professional development, and classroom practice. We also express our deep appreciation to the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON, whose steadfast commitment to education, including initiatives such as fundraising for the completion of the National Library, continues to mobilize national attention and international attention as well as collective action. I would like also to commend the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Professor Swaiba Said Ahmed, for her outstanding leadership and dedication, which were key to the successful planning and delivery of this historic Teachers Summit. As discussions continue over the next 2 days, UNESCO would like to renew its shared commitment to teachers, to Nigerian teachers, to strengthen collaboration at all levels and to support every reform that reaches the classroom where it truly matters. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you for the UNESCO commitment there, Mr. John Paul Ngome. Please, a round of applause for UNESCO. Thank you. And please, just a quick announcement. If you're coming up to speak, You know we like to stand on existing protocol in Nigeria. Can we adopt that practice here? Just to save time, please. Thank you for your cooperation. Next will be the Chairman, House Committee on Basic Education, Honorable Mark Bako Hussaini. Please, a round of applause for him.
Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the mother of our dear nation, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON, distinguished stakeholders and participants in this summit, our great Nigerian teachers, I bring greetings from the House of Representatives of Nigeria. I wish to commend this important summit for prioritizing teacher empowerment as a key to strengthening the system for educational transformation and sustainability. This is a conversation Nigeria cannot afford to postpone. Let us be clear that we can only succeed in this sector if our teachers are strengthened. We can pass laws, approve budgets, launch reforms, but if the teacher remains unsupported, the system will continue to underperform. In simple terms, we can not expect a world-class result from teachers working in survival mode. For long, Nigeria has discussed education reform without confronting issues around the teacher. Welfare, quality, capacity building must be treated as core national priorities, not as afterthoughts. Empowering teachers is a Herculean task. It is a policy, strategy, and a test of political will. It is on this note that I wish to heartily commend our dear President, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, DCFR, for the bold reforms which include special focus on teacher development. Your Excellency, our dear mother, you have also been at the forefront of encouraging and supporting these reforms with conscious commitment in securing a bright future for the Nigerian child. I recall that we have been in this banquet hall at your instance a number of times on issues to do with education reform. I also note the gratifying efforts of the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alaosa, and his sister, Professor Suweba Said, in driving these reforms that are fast shaping the education of Nigeria for the better. I wish to also salute our dear sister, the ES of UBEC, Aisha Garba, for her efforts in making sure that basic education finds its feet in this country. Similarly, I want to appreciate the initiatives of the Registrar of the Teachers Registration Council, Mrs. Ronke Soimbo, who has also brought a lot of initiatives in ensuring that teachers are encouraged. The House of Representatives, through the Committee on Basic Education, is committed to supporting these reforms. We are strengthening oversight to ensure that every naira appropriated for basic education delivers value in the classroom. We are reviewing institutional frameworks to eliminate inefficiencies, enforce standards, and hold duty barriers accountable. Budget lines must translate into better classrooms, better trained teachers, and better learning outcomes. Anything less is unacceptable. Let me salute the Nigerian teacher, especially those in the rural areas and high-risk communities, for holding forth for our children. Despite limited resources, delayed incentives, and challenging environments, you have continued to carry the burden. We want to appreciate you. Frankly, if commitment alone could fix the system, teachers would have solved it long ago. Your Excellencies, this summit must therefore move beyond familiar conversations. It must produce actionable recommendations, measurable targets, and clear responsibility lines. The House Committee on Basic Education stands ready to engage with the outcomes of this summit. Nigeria depends on our choices, on the choices we make today. Strengthening education system begins with empowering the teacher, and this is the responsibility that we will continue to pursue. I wish this summit a focused deliberation. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mark Bako Hussaini. Let's appreciate him again, please. Thank you. Your Excellencies, our next speaker is a man who is very passionate about education, Ian Altfit from the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development. Please, a round of applause for him. Let's appreciate him as he makes his way here. It's a long walk for him, but very active, I must say. One more time, that is resilience at work.
Thank you and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad I made it to the stage safely. Your Excellency, First Lady of the Republic of Nigeria, Senator Tinubu, dear honourable ministers, all senior guests, all teachers, most importantly, all protocols observed. I've been told to be brief, so I will be. The UK FCDO represents, we are the chair of the Education Development Partners Group. Together, and I'm going to steal one of your phrases, Minister, we would like to say that we have got your back. We have got your teachers' back. We are wholly committed behind strengthening the education system in Nigeria. Teachers of this country do an absolutely fabulous job. I was up in Yobe State just the week before last, up in Potiskum and Damaturu. It's incredible the dedication and motivation that teachers have, persevering in such difficult systems. We need more teachers. The sheer volume of out-of-school children in this country, we know that the data we have challenges with, but we need more teachers, and it's, most importantly, we know teachers aren't in that profession just for the salaries that are on offer. The teachers are following a mission to improve, eradicate illiteracy, help children thrive. That's so important. We can all look back on our own lives at teachers who are motivational, who help them through those early stages. I think back to my own grandmother, who 50 years ago was teaching me maths and helped me to achieve complete my education and go on in my career. And I think everybody can go back and value their teachers. Summits like the event today really help to motivate teachers. And I think that's one of the key things that we have to get right. We have to get the distribution of teachers right across the nation so that in poor rural schools in Jigawa and other states where the UK and development partners work, you are not faced with one teacher in a primary school, class sizes of over 100. We've got to get those distribution of teachers right. We've got to train teachers adequately, and teacher professional development is something which I know there's a lot of innovation coming through the various initiatives of TRCN, NTI, and all the other parastatals. The UBEC funds must be increased. There must be more and reliable financing going to education. The reforms of this government are making that fiscal space possible. The development partners will do everything in our realm possible to achieve these goals. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ian Altfit. Let's appreciate him once more. And it will interest you to know, Your Excellencies, that Mr. Ian is an active sportsman. Don't ask me how I know. I'm a journalist, a very active one, actually. Please appreciate him again. Okay, so the next part for us here is a demo presentation of Edu Revamp online teacher professional development portal. I won't be the one to take that. We'd like to invite Dr. Mufaida Bello Hussaini, SA Education and Quality Assurance. She makes her way here. Please, a round of applause for her. She's going to show us a demonstration of how the whole capacity building for teachers, will be achieved through digital transformation.
Okay. Thank you. Please, I need my slides to be up. The First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, executive governors here present, our honorable ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. I stand before you today to make a very brief presentation. But then, I want to ask a very simple but vital question. What makes learning to truly come alive in our classrooms? Is it the buildings that we have? Is it the textbooks? Or is it the various gadgets that we have in our schools? No, it is our teachers, the ones that stand daily in front of the students to make learning happen, to unlock potentials. But then when we talk of teachers, we often mention things like teachers' pay, salary, remuneration, motivation, and I'm a teacher. I totally agree. All these are very, very important. But then we fail to ask this question. Are these teachers that stand in front of our students well supported? Are they given the necessary support to unlock the potentials to make learning happen? Because the reality is, when teachers are given all the necessary support and are well empowered to become professionals, they have this power to make learning happen, regardless of the situation, regardless of all the circumstances. And it is in this spirit that I'm proudly introducing to you Edu Revamp. Next slide, please. So Edu Revamp is a national digital training platform for teachers. Now this platform is meant for all our teachers. It is built with Nigerians in mind. It is built by Nigerians, for our Nigerian teachers, and for the realities of our Nigerian classrooms. And let me give a bit of a context. I am a teacher, and I've been in this profession for over a decade. And I can count the number of times I have accessed trainings. And this is the same story for many of our teachers. But then, this is what we are trying to adjust in the Federal Ministry of Education. We are trying to make adjustment in such a way that we develop trainings that each and every teacher can have access to. Because the issue is, it's not like these trainings are not happening, it's not like they are not available, but then they are not accessible. So we want to make this capacity building trainings accessible to teachers regardless of any challenge, whether they are a rural location, urban location, whether they are public school teachers or private school teachers. This training is supposed to be available for them. And with Edu Revamp, we have started, and our intention is to develop more and more capacity building programs that teachers can have access to. Now, the structure of Edu Revamp is designed in such a way that participants will begin with a prerequisite foundational digital literacy training. Now, this is a course that is carefully curated in collaboration between NIDDA and Cisco Academy. So they will begin with the first part of the training, which is the course development Edu Revamp modules. So they will begin with the first module on technological pedagogical content knowledge. They will continue with edutainment, the use of open educational resources, contextualization, and then the final module on teacher value, passion, and commitment. This last module is a module that the Honorable Minister of State is very passionate about, perhaps because of her experience of being a researcher and a development worker, and she knows what is happening in our schools. So that is the last module which the participants will go through. And our intention here is to change the knowledge, attitude, and practice of our teachers. Next. So the next slide is a demo presentation of the EduRevamp portal. So we'll get a feel of how this portal looks like, and then how participants can be able to log in up to completion level. So it's a video that will be played.
Get started on the EduRevamp platform. Go to edurevamp.education.gov.ng. You will land on this website, and then you come further down and you click the button Get Started. Here you will fill in your information, your first name, your last name, your NIN, and all the other information required. Verification code in your email. Enter the verification code here and click on the Verify Email button. Once your email has been verified, you will see a welcome video. After the welcome video is played, you can log into your account. You can use the information that you have created to log into your account and then hit the sign in button. You will see a dashboard that requires you to start your program, a tracker for 90 days on the left hand side. Click on Start Course. The first course is the NITDA Digital Literacy course, which is required by all teachers. If you have taken the NITDA Digital Literacy course, upload your certificates and continue with your application. It has been verified for your digital literacy course. The next thing, you will join the committee of practice. To join the committee of practice, you click Get Started, you include your phone number, and you save the phone number. So once you have joined the committee of practice and you have posted in the committee of practice, you would be verified to begin your training. To start your training, you click on Start Module, where you learn the Module 1 topic. To take each of the module from the introduction to the pre-test to the step-by-step content in each unit. To begin, you play the video and watch the video up until the end and follow the instruction on the left-hand corner till the end of the module. To begin learning, start with the intro, the module introduction.
Welcome to Module 1. This is an exploration of teaching practices that truly engage.
After you've taken the introductory module and you've taken some of the other test modules, you would also see the text
Pedagogical
module.
Content Knowledge, PC.
The text module would read out every single context on each of the text pages, and you can continue your learning.
Synthesis, etc.
You have completed all of the reading materials and the learning materials in Unit 1 through 4. At the end, you will take a post-test. Once you're done with the post-test, you go to the module reflection. The module reflection will take you to the committee of practice, and after you're done, you click on Complete Module. It gives you a sign saying you have completed Module 1. All of the modules from Module 1 up until Module 5, you will be required to take a final exam. To take the final exam, you click on Start Module, and then you start the exam. Answering the questions up until the final question, you click on Submit Quiz. Once you submit quiz, it shows you that you have passed the exam, and then you click the Continue button, and then click Complete Module. You have successfully completed your final course exam. You get all of the modules from Module 1 to Module 5. You can proceed and click the Download Certificate button. Once you click the Download Certificate button, you would see your certificate here, which shows that you have completed your course. If you are eligible and you qualify, you can proceed to apply for a stipend. To apply for the stipend, you enter your NIN number and your date of birth. Certificate. If you qualify and are eligible for a stipend, you can proceed and apply for your stipend. To apply for your stipend, you enter your 11-digit NIN number, after which you will verify. Once you verify your NIN number, you also put in your BVN number. After you input your BVN number and select your bank and your account number, you can go ahead and verify. Once you verify your account number, it shows that your application.
Thank you. So you submit your application, and then you get your process. It will be processed to get your stipend. But it is also to point out here that the TRCN number is also required to claim your stipend. Now, from what we have seen from the portal flow, it's important to highlight certain features of this platform. Now, the first feature is its inclusive design. We understand that just like our students, our students have individual differences, so also our teachers have preferences. Therefore, the content of this platform is designed in such a way that there are audio lessons for those that have a preference for audio. We also have video lessons and text-based learning. There are also a lot of case studies and stories which teachers can learn from, and they can resonate with the stories that are in there, and they can take that learning to the classroom. Another feature has to do with the assessment. For participants to be eligible to get a certificate and also get the stipend, they must get the minimum score of 70% to pass the assessment. But also, we know that teachers learn at different paces, and learning is a journey. Therefore, we have a flexible structure, it allows for controlled retakes. If a participant is not able to get the required 70% in the first attempt, there is a structured way whereby that participant can be able to take some parts of the course or the whole course, depending on the issues that led to the failure. The last feature has to do with communities of practice. And this feature we are very intentional about. The community of practice is a platform that gives teachers the opportunity to interact. We want learning to go beyond EduRevamp so that even after the training, learning will be continuous. Teachers can share ideas, teachers can share resources, they can collaborate, they can also support one another. So all you need is your phone to start this process. Next. So now comes the icing on the cake. This platform, for any participant, any teacher that goes through this training, there are 3 key advantages, 3 to 2 advantages. So the first advantage for each and every teacher is that it will improve their capacity, it will add to their personal growth. Now the second component of the package is national certificate. They will get a nationally recognized certificate. And remember we mentioned that part of the prerequisites of EduRevamp is the NID digital training. Therefore, they will get 2 certificates. The first one, the NIDA Cisco Digital Certificate, and also the EduRevamp certificate, which is also an advantage to all the participants. Now, the last part of the package is only meant for public school teachers. Public school teachers will get the first and the second parts of the package, but then the stipend is meant for public school teachers, which they will apply if they are eligible. So on this note, I would like to thank each and every one of you for your attention. This is the promise of Nigeria to its teachers, a self-paced learning that is inclusive and very promising. And as I take my leave, the last part of my presentation will be displayed, and you'll hear from the voices of the brains behind EduRevamp. Teachers, this is for you. Next slide, please.
Dear teachers, welcome to the EduRevamp Teacher Capacity Building Program. Designed with you in mind, shaped by your realities, your challenges, and the hopes you carry for your learners. Every day, you step into the classrooms and open doors to possibilities. Even on the toughest days, you show up. That courage and commitment matters. And we're here to support you in building your capacity. In today's classroom, technology is the new language of learning. That's why the NIDA digital skill training, it's a prerequisite to unlock the EduRevamp modules. Empowering teachers to embrace technology with ease and readiness as they shape the future of learning. As you move through this program, you will blend content, pedagogy, and technology through TPAC. Connect lessons to students' lives through contextualization, expand learning with open educational resources, and bring creativity into your classrooms through edutainment, and storytelling. This program honors your dedication. It stands as a national affirmation that the strength of our classrooms begin with you. We will celebrate your participation and reward your growth.
My fellow teachers, EduRevamp was created because we believe in your passion, your dedication, and the difference you make every single day. This is why this program includes a model of teacher values, passion, and commitment, because at the core of every education system is the character of those who stand before our children every day. This model is designed to firmly address the attitudes that have held us back and rebuild pride in the teaching profession, placing our children at the center of every action we take. At the heart of EduRevamp is the community of practice, a space where real learning actually happens, a place where you reflect, question, share, and grow alongside colleagues from across Nigeria. We will build a network that supports you long after the course ends. We will take this journey with you, model by model, reflection by reflection. As you grow, so too does the future of our children and our nation. May this training come alive in your classroom, renew your passion, and inspire every learner you teach.
Thank you for being part of the future we're building together in Nigeria. Welcome to EduRevamp.
Let's get started.
Thank you very much. Once again, let's put our hands together for this remarkable portal that has come to stay and change the narrative in building capacities of our teachers. And at this point, Your Excellencies, let's invite the man who is driving initiatives, walking the talk in fulfilling the mandate of the vision of the renewed hope agenda of the present administration, the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alause.
To our First Lady, the matriarch of our nation, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON. We call you all the time, and you yield to us. We can't begin to thank you for all your selfless service to our motherland. The support you continue to give, our father, our president, thank you, ma'am. We need to celebrate all the accomplishments that you've done over the past several decades, your lifelong commitment to education, lifelong commitment to learning. From your time, when you were growing up, you chose the best profession, to be a teacher. You worked and taught our children in those classrooms. Fast forward, you became the governor of First Lady of Lagos State. Everything you did from that time, is it from the New Era Foundation that you organized camps, retreats for students across our state in Lagos? The spelling bees, the governor for one day. And today, the governor for one day, we have many graduates who are doctors, lawyers, engineers, and teachers. We can't thank you enough. Thank you, ma'am. To my dear brother and educationist himself, the governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Zulum, thank you for your service to the people of Borno State. Beyond the transformation you're doing in education, the kind of world-class schools, powered with solar, sporting facilities, and not just the infrastructures, the content, what goes on in those classrooms. You've turned Borno State into one of the best states in the country. Thank you so much. And to the governor of Jigawa State, who is ably represented today by the deputy governor of Jigawa State, deputy governor of Kebbi State. I also acknowledge you, and representative of other state governors that are here today. the chairman of House Committee on UBEC, Honorable Mark Hussaini, thank you for your support. Every time we come to you, you support, you're there for us. We can't thank you enough, and your other colleagues. To my dear colleague, the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Professor Suwaiba Said Ahmad, I can't thank you. Thank you for your service to this country, your dedication to our children. My other brother, Honorable Minister of State for Agric, thank you. Every time we call you. Agriculture is part of us now. Thank you. The wife of the Chief of Staff, thank you for being there for us all the time. Wives of honorable ministers that are here today, I thank my wife, Ms. Kemi Alausa, for joining us at this occasion. Thank you for your support. The chairman of UBEC, Senator Tanko Amakura, thank you for the leadership, the renewed leadership you brought to UBEC. The head of all agencies that are here today, the directors of the Federal Ministry of Education, the Director General of the Nigerian Governor Forum, the honorable commissioners from different states that are here with us today, the chairman of SUBEB and the dean of SUBEB, thank you, and to our supportive development partners from UNESCO, UNICEF, FCDO, British Council, thank you. You're there. We call you all the time. You're part of your active participation in Nigeria Education Group cannot be overemphasized. Thank you so much. The president of Nigerian Union of Teachers, Comrade Audu Titus Amber, thank you for your leadership. And members of the press. But I saved the best for the last. Our teachers. The noblest profession in the land. Thank you for your service. You are the one building our country. And today, I'm also fortunate to have a mother. My mother was a teacher. I know the kind of stuff that you give to any nation. And again, to add to what the president of Nigerian Union of Teachers said, teachers can aspire to be governors. Yes, we have a governor in Kebbi State. Teachers can also aspire to be senator. We have senator and a first lady senator, Oluwemi Tinubu. And teachers can also aspire to be minister. We have the Honorable Minister of State for Education. So, teacher, you are building the society front and center. Thank you so much. We thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with profound honor to address this distinguished gathering at the Nigerian Teachers Summit 2026. I commend a dedicated team at the Federal Ministry of Education, our partners, and all stakeholders for convening this summit at a defining moment for Nigeria's education system. A moment that calls for courage, clarity, and deliberate action. Today, we gather around a simple but powerful truth. Teachers are the foundation of education. And education is the foundation of national development. No nation can rise above the quality of its teachers. No reform, no matter how well designed, can succeed unless teachers are empowered, motivated, supported, and respected. When teachers thrive, learners succeed. System grows stronger and nations move forward. The theme of this summit, empowering teachers, strengthening the system, a national agenda for education transformation and sustainability. It's a national statement. A statement that Nigeria values its teachers. A statement that teaching profession matters. And a statement that the future of our country begins in the classroom. At the heart of this year's summit is a transparent, merit-driven process to identify, celebrate, and reward excellence in teaching. 3 outstanding teachers were nominated from each of the 36 states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory, both at the basic and senior secondary levels. Following a rigorous and independent selection process, 12 exceptional teachers, 6 from basic education, and 6 from senior secondary education have emerged as the national finalists. These educators represent the very best of this profession: professionalism, integrity, innovation, and unwavering commitment to learners. In recognition of their impact, each of these 12 awardees today will receive 25 million naira each. As a token of our recognition and as a token of our appreciation to you teachers. While the overall best teacher of the year will receive 50 million naira. This is more than a reward. It's a national signal that teaching is noble, respected, and valued profession in Nigeria. Under the leadership of His Excellency, our father, our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, education remains the cornerstone of Renewed Hope agenda. This administration understands that sustainable development, economic growth, innovation, and social cohesion depend on a strong and responsive education system. A system that depends on our teachers. Empowering teachers means continuous professional development that reflects our realities of today. It means dignity in service, clarity in career progression, and fairness in reward. In pursuit of this vision, today marks another major milestone with the launch of our Edu Revamp. Edu Revamp is a carefully structured, nationally coordinated, continuous professional development program developed by the Federal Ministry of Education to rethink, redesign, and revitalize teachers' development in Nigeria. It aligns fully with the Renewed Hope agenda and global best practices, and it's focused squarely on improving what matters the most: teaching and learning in our classrooms. Let me be clear, Edu Revamp is open to all teachers in Nigeria, both across the public and private schools. Professional growth must never be restricted. Every teacher deserves access to quality training, modern tools, and updated skills. However, in the principles of fairness and responsible use of public resources, the performance-based incentive package under Edu Revamp is reserved only for the public school teachers. These incentives will be earned by teachers who complete the certified training. Through Edu Revamp, we're making a decisive shift from fragmented training to verified learning outcomes, from attendance to demonstrated competence, and from promises to measurable rewards for performance. Complementing Edu Revamp, we have several teacher-focused interventions. We have deployed Ignite, a teacher-centered digital platform that reduces the workload while enhancing instructional quality. We have launched the Diaspora Bridge, connecting Nigerians with global experts to strengthen STEM education, because excellence knows no borders. To remove barriers to access, the Federal Ministry of Education has supported the provision of over 60,000 tablets for teachers, and we're working with our telco partners to fully implement a zero data access plan, ensuring that teachers can access approved training platforms and digital resources without the burden of data cost. We have also strengthened the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria digital platform to improve professional registration, tracking, and structured career development. We have trained teachers, educators nationwide, expanded digital learning platforms, and established communities of practice, fostering peer-led professional growth. We're also advancing the Accelerated Teacher Training Program, ATTP, designed to fast-track professionalization for in-service teachers, including clear pathways for those without education degrees and background. This is about raising standards without raising barriers. To give long-term direction and stability to the profession, we have introduced the National Teachers Policy, providing clarity to teachers on teacher development, welfare, deployment, and professional standards, and ensuring coherence across reforms at all levels. Our distinguished teachers, our message to you is simple and sincere. Professional growth, dignity in service, and renewed hope. As this summit continues, I urge all participants to focus on actionable outcomes. The true measure of our success will not be the quality of our discussions, but the impact we see in our classrooms, in schools, and in the lives of learners across Nigeria. In closing, let me reaffirm the federal government's unwavering commitment to partnership, reforms, and sustained dialogue. Under the Renewed Hope agenda and under the leadership of our father, of our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, Nigerian teachers are no longer an afterthought. You are the strategy. Nigerian teachers are the strategy. Teachers, we will restore pride in teaching profession. Together, we will restore pride in the teaching profession. Thank you, teachers, for your service to our country and for believing in the renewed hope. God bless our teachers, God bless our students, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And please, another round of applause for the Honorable Minister of Education. Honorable Minister, I read English, in case you're
Senator Oluremi Tinubu commitment to education, commitment to lifelong learning. This is a journey of over 30 years ago. From your time as a teacher, as an educator, as the First Lady of Lagos State, from New Era Foundation, Pelham Bees, Governor for one day in Lagos, and your mentoring and tutelage of all the people that you've held their hands.
As the educational landscape evolved, so did her vision. In October 2025, Senator Oluremi Tinubu unveiled 10 digital learning centers across Nigeria, opening doors for young people to acquire essential digital skills, providing access to computers, internet connectivity, and structured learning. For many students, this marked their first meaningful interaction with technology, transforming curiosity into confidence and potential into purpose. In September 2025, to mark her 65th birthday, she launched the Oluremi at 65 Foundation Fund, mobilizing over 25 billion naira towards the completion of the National Library headquarters in Abuja.
My love for education has informed my decision to dedicate my birthday to this worthy cause. This fund is coordinated by the Federal Ministry of Education under Oluremi at 65 Education Fund.
To strengthen the library with modern technology, she visited Qatar National Library in Doha, identifying a model to guide Nigeria's national library development. Through the Renewed Hope Initiative, indigent students in public tertiary institutions received scholarships, 1 million naira annual grants, and laptops to support their education. Strategic empowerments to university continue to strengthen institutions and renew academic excellence, particularly among female graduates. At the heart of her mission is the empowerment of the girl child, giving young women a second chance to learn, grow, and redefine their future with dignity. Senator Oluremi Tinubu's contributions remind us that lasting change begins with intentional invention in people. These remarkable strides have earned her the National Icon of Educational Achievement Award.
Congratulations, Your Excellency. And you know the Renewed Hope initiative of Her Excellency continues to demonstrate the transformational change in the education sector through her empowerment initiatives. And she wasn't expecting this award. She loves it. She said, this one fine. Let me use her words. And it's quite unusual. She will treasure this. Congratulations, ma'am. Okay, so Your Excellency, we still need you here for the overall best performing teacher, 50 million naira. Sholanke Francis Taiwo. It is time. 50 million naira. Sholanke, you have 25 million already. That is 75 million. Yes. Okay, only 50. Okay. I'm just adding on top. Congratulations, Sholanke. That's 75. Yes. This is okay. That is 50 million in total. Okay. Congratulations, Sholanke. Teachers are great. Fantastic. If you can write your name, thank God I can write my name. Congratulations, Sholanke. Thank you. Your Excellency Ma, and please, this is the moment. Let's have her remarks. Let's put our hands together for Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu Tio CON.
The Governor of Borno State, His Excellency, Professor Baba Gana Umar Zulum, CON, the Deputy Governor of Kebbi State, representing the Governor of Kebbi State, His Excellency Senator Umar Abubakar Tafida, the Chairman House Committee on Basic Education, Honorable Mark Bako Husseini, Honorable Minister for Education, Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alausa CON, the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Professor Suebat Said Ahmed, superb chairmen from across, I think, the Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture, Senator Dr. Aliu Sabi Abdullahi, the wife of the Chief of Staff to the President, Mrs. Salamatu Bajabiamila, wives of honorable ministers here present, and I think our host hugging the wife today, they are Americanas. Mrs. Alausa and all your colleagues that are here, thank you for always supporting. Wives of service chiefs, also I thank you for always being there. The DG of National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, Malam Kashifo Inua Abdullahi, the Universal Basic Education Commission Board member and the chairman, His Excellency Senator Omar Tanko Al-Makura, top government functionaries present, especially state commissioners for education, superb chairmen from across the country, the president of Nigerian Union of Teachers, Comrade Audu Titus Amba, and other executive members here present, development partners, the head of European Union delegation to Nigeria, Ambassador Goita Mignot, the head of UNESCO Nigeria, Mr. John Paul Ngome Abiaga, the Chief of Education, UNICEF Nigeria, Vanessa Lee, Head British Council, Donna McGowan, our beloved teachers here present today, distinguished dignitaries here present, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to join you here today at this National Teachers Summit, a gathering of teachers and education professionals whose dedication, sacrifice, and daily commitment lay the foundation for our nation's future. I thank the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Moruf Tunji Alausa, CON, for inviting me to be part of this summit. The theme of this summit, Empowering Teachers, Strengthening the System, a national agenda for education transformation and sustainability, is very timely and relevant in addressing the challenges within our education system and charting a clear path forward. Teachers are the quiet architects of great nations, shaping young minds, instilling values, and nurturing hope. Therefore, meaningful education and national progress can only be achieved when teachers are adequately equipped, motivated, and supported. As an educationist and lifelong teacher, I understand firsthand the demands of teaching and the enduring impact of teachers in shaping societies. My work in supporting education and my regard for teachers is as a result of my experience as a former classroom teacher. Under the renewed hope agenda of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, education remains an essential pillar of national development, with a clear recognition that sustainable development begins with quality teaching and learning. The administration is committed to sustained investment in teachers' welfare, professional development, and the skills needed to prepare learners for a rapidly changing world. I congratulate the Federal Ministry of Education on the launch of Edu Revamp Portal, an initiative that will ensure continuous professional development for our teachers. The framework of this initiative will no doubt improve learning outcomes across the country. I say well done. To my fellow teachers, you are not responding. I am still teaching every day, only a teacher without walls. I thank you for your hard work, commitment, and dedication. I charge you to continue to pursue excellence, embrace innovation, and uphold integrity as you shape the next generation of leaders. I commend the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Moruf Tunji Alausa, CON, and the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Professor Suebat Said Ahmad, and their team for convening this strategic event. I'm confident that the outcomes of this summit will strengthen our education system. Before I officially declare the National Summit open, and our best winner, the overall winner for the teachers, with the total sum of 50 million, I'm glad to inform you that Professor Zulum, the governor of Borno State, have decided to award you also with a brand new car. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And God bless you. And teacher's reward is never, and let him go and say thank you. Let him go, we'll give him that time. So teachers, your reward are no longer in heaven. They are right here on earth. And my testimony is quite evident to you. I love teaching. You know, since I was little, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. And you can see that God started rewarding me with different things I wanted to do, even going to the Senate for 12 years. And also see what God has done for me. You know, being the first lady of this great nation, I'm really, really humbled. And I can tell you, if you teach with all your heart and your soul, God will definitely reward you. So I say congratulations to all of you. with this particular summit is the first, and I know it won't be the end. So on this note, I hereby officially declare the National Teachers Summit 2026 open, and I wish you fruitful deliberations. God bless our teachers, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Professor Zulum, you are supposed to be making a speech. I'm going to break protocol. I'm going to have you do your speech. So you can come on and do the speech. I'm going to wait. Yes, I insist. Protocol is common sense, and I think we want to listen to you. Thank you.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Olurimi Tinubu CON, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Kebbi State and the representatives of other governors that are here, the Chairman House Committee on Education, the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, the Minister of State for Education, Professor Soeba Ahmed, the Minister of State for Agriculture, His Excellency Alhaji Tanko Alimakura, the UBEC Executive Secretary, the Director General NIDA, the wife of the Chief of Staff, the wives of the Honorable Ministers. Let me recognize all of you through my sister, the wife of the Minister of Agriculture, Haja Bilkisu Abubakar. Carry. Other wives of senior government officials, members of the diplomatic corps and international partners, my colleagues, the teachers that are here, I'm here standing as the governor of Borno State, as well as to represent the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum. But before I go on, I want to make my few remarks. First and foremost, I want to convey my deepest appreciation to Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for the humility that she has. This is the first time in the history that I saw that the First Lady has broken this protocol. This goes to show how humble she is and the passionate she has to the growth and development of education in Nigeria. Thank you very much. And honestly speaking, I was so engaged. But when the minister sent a letter to me that I should come, I read the letter and saw that Her Excellency will be the chairman of the occasion. And I called Vice President that I need to come yesterday because I know Her Excellency will be on time. Madam, I respect you so much because of this. And we continue to cherish you. Thank you very much. This is my own little salutation before the chairman's remark. It is with profound honor and a strong sense of responsibility that I stand before the distinguished gathering at the National Teachers Summit 2026, convened under the timely theme, Empowering Teachers, Strengthening the System, a national agenda for education, transformation, and sustainability. I commend the organizers for placing teachers at the center of national dialogue. and for sustaining a platform that enables collective reflection, shared learning, and strategic consensus on the future of education in Nigeria. Permit me once and foremost to sincerely appreciate Your Excellency Senator Olurimi Tinubu, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for accepting to host and chair this important summit here in the presidential pillar. Your leadership and consistent advocacy have continued to reinforce national attention on education, especially in areas of inclusive learning opportunities. Your development support for the girl-child education and safer learning environments. Through the Renewed Hope Initiative, Your Excellency has remained steadfast in expanding access to education by supporting scholarships, learning materials, and grants that address barriers faced by vulnerable learners across the Federation. I acknowledge the focused leadership of the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruk Tunja Alausa, whose commitment to improve policy coordination, strengthen agency performance, data-driven planning, and curriculum reforms continues to move the sector forward. I equally commend his collaboration with the Honorable Minister of State for Education, my colleague Professor Suwaiba Saidu Ahmad, in advancing reforms aimed at positioning education as a driver of national development. This is the first time, to my knowledge, in the history of Nigeria, that I saw such reward. Such reward of this magnitude is presented to teachers as rewards. I believe posterity will judge you positively for all the good works that you have been doing in Nigeria. Distinguished teachers of Nigeria, I warmly salute your resilience, dedication, and professionalism. You are the foundation of our education sector and the heart of the national project of shaping minds, values, and productive citizenship. Across the country, teachers continue to deliver service under diverse challenges. And today we celebrate your contributions while renewing our commitment to your welfare, capacity development, and dignity. Let me use this platform to commend the federal government of Nigeria on 3 giant strides that it has been impacting positively on the growth and development of education in Nigeria. 1, positive impact of Nigerian Students' Loan Program. In 2 of our universities in Maiduguri, Borno State University and the Federal University of Nigeria, nothing less than Maiduguri, nothing less than 2 billion naira has been sunk into the system through the Student Loans Board program. This has never happened in the history of Nigeria. Secondly, strengthening and development of Tibet educational system in Nigeria. The last but not the least, recent review and approval of condition of service of academic staff of universities, especially 40% salary increase. Thank you very much. Education under this administration is achieving a phenomenal growth. Thank you very much. And now, a brief remark of the chairman of Nigerian Governors Forum. I bring you warm greetings from the Nigerian Governors Forum and welcome you to the 2026 National Teachers Summit, convened under the theme Empowering Teachers, Strengthening Systems, a National Agenda for Education Transformation and Sustainability. This theme is both timely, strategic. It reflects a growing national consensus that no education system can rise above the quality, motivation, professionalism, and welfare of its teachers. Teachers are nation builders, character shapers, and custodians of our collective future. This summit is therefore more than a gathering of stakeholders. It is a national call to action to reposition teaching as the backbone of Nigeria's socio-economic transformation. In Nigeria, teachers shape the future of over 70 million learners across urban centers, rural communities, conflict-affected areas, riverine settlements, and nomadic populations. Empowering teachers is not optional. It is a strategic imperative but national development, social stability, and economic growth. In recent years, states working closely, collectively, through the Nigerian Governance Forum have demonstrated renewed commitment to education reform. A central focus of this effort has been addressing teacher shortages and improving classroom outcomes. Many states have undertaken large-scale teacher recruitment to reduce shortages, improve pupil-teacher ratios, and renew an aging workforce. Beyond recruitment, the Nigerian Governors Forum has provided a coordinated platform through which governors are reshaping teacher development across the Federation, responding to long-term standing gaps in skills, pedagogy, and leadership within the systems. States are increasingly prioritizing continuous professional development to address weak learning outcomes and the demands for a modern technology-enabled education system. Through structured partnership, teacher capacity is being strengthened in foundational literacy and numeracy, STEM, technical education, and improved learning, where shortages and quality deficits have been most pronounced. Similarly, governors have taken deliberate steps to confront one of the most persistent challenges in education delivery, the erosion of teacher morale and professional dignity. Many states have implemented the national minimum wage for teachers, introduced special salary structures and rural posting incentives, reformed promotion systems, cleared salary and pension arrears, and established recognition and performance-based reward schemes. These efforts reflect a shared understanding that meaningful education reform begins with placing qualified and motivated teachers in our classrooms. If Nigeria is to secure its future, it must begin with teachers who are valued, supported, and empowered to shape minds, character, and opportunity. And the Nigerian Governance Forum will remain fully committed to working with all partners to build an education system that attracts excellence, rewards professionalism, and delivers results for every child in every community. To the teachers being honored today, you remind us of what is possible. May your example inspire a renewed national resolve to place teaching where it belongs, at the heart of Nigeria's development journey. I wish you all a productive and engaging summit. Thank you, Abdurrahman Abdurrazak, Chairman Nigeria Governors Forum.
And next we'll go to the launch of the Yado Revamp portal. Let's welcome the two ministers.
Before we continue with the launch, I have good news for the teachers again. It's only for the win now, then you have to really push so that next year you win. Our winner, your governor was watching and has decided, the Ogun State governor, His Excellency Prince Dakwa Abiodun, has decided to give you a well-furnished 2-bedroom flat in any part of the state you want. So enjoy. So you see that your reward is here. And Kebbi governor is adding 5 million to each of the winners that won today. I told you, this summit, we don't know what next year will bring. So congratulations to you all. So let's go and launch. Thank you. Thank you. Are we staying? Okay. Can we have some quiet? It is on distinguished guests. It is on this note that we officially launch Edu Revamp to the glory of God and to the benefit of our teachers.
Let's have wives of the ministers present here and service chiefs, and then the wife of the chief of staff to the president, Mrs. Salamatu Bajabiamila. Wives of ministers, wives of service chiefs. All right, NUT, all the ESCOs of NUT, and also the teachers, please. All winning teachers with the president of NUT, all winning teachers. And the president of NUT only, please. All the best performing teachers that were rewarded today, please. With the NUT president, comrade, only you, please, with the awardees. All right. Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. At this point, let's take the national anthem. Media, the national anthem, please.